Hello, this is Cuberized and welcome to my Craftoria Let's Play. Well, at the end of the last episode, we were in the Bumblezone and had done some exploring, and I've picked up the Behemoth, which was not as responsive as I would have liked, but that's because our friendship is on the low side. So that's one of the things I want to take care of today. So I have it captured here in a creature catcher, and I'm going to go ahead and set up a little thing here. And my storage and machines and everything are over there. These are the turtles, and I'm on this side. Don't often come onto this side for much, but I wanted to give the bee some room. So I've actually this is the Behemoth, and if you look, it's got 88 out of 1,000, so we're very low here. And not that I need to do this, but it's, yeah, I don't want it floating away somewhere. So it's now tethered to the pole. And yeah, so I can feed this bee products. So I have some honey, I've got bee bread, and we're going to see how these things react here. I've even got some bottles of sugar water. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, and let me grab some honey. Yeah. So I'm just trying to gauge, you know, what is the best thing here. So here's sugar water. Okay, that's just one. One each. This gives me, oh, that gets 3. So honey bottle gets 3. I'm gonna hope that a honey bucket should be 4 bottles to a bucket. So I'm hoping it's more than 12. So we'll see here. It's at 96 currently. No, it's not much at all. All right, yeah, let's go back to honey bottles. So when you're riding the bee, the higher the friendship, the more likely the bee will respond. I was having a very difficult time maneuvering around on the bee. Just because, yeah, it was kind of all over the place. How about bee bread? Do you eat bee bread? Yes, you do. I get, looks like 5 for that. Oh, there we go. So the bee actually improves speed and listens better. Let's see. This is protection from the hive, which is nice. And the bee energized, I think, is speed on the bee itself. Yeah, it's a good use of the bee bread if you're not going to eat it yourself. I am not, because I've got my infinite ham. And I'm almost, I mean, 1 stack of bee bread and I'm almost halfway there. So, don't know if I have any other bee bread. Nope. Okay, so you're doing great. You hang out here. I'm going to go down to the magic area. So, and the reason I want to come down here is I have and it's going to be relatively large. I don't know how much room it's going to take. I think it's like 5 levels. So it might exceed things here. So let me put it 2, 3, 4, 5. It may actually exceed that as well. Let's see what's under the floor here. Okay, perfect. There's nothing under the floor. So what I'm going to do is, one of the things that that we found was we got glistening honey crystals, which are the blocks, and this crystalline flower when we were out and about. So if you put down one of the crystal cubes, you can take, and the crystalline flower says Tier 1 experience 0. You can put this down, and this is a Tier 1. So as this advances, and we'll talk more about that in a bit, but as this advances, the crystalline flower will actually grow. And so we need it to be able to get up to Tier 5, which means it needs to be able to grow 5 blocks. But this is a way to enchant things. And actually, here's the flower. Here's a Tier 1, and then it'll literally grow up. Yeah, so there we go. And we'll get more into that in a bit. But that's a perk of the Bumblezone. And I'm going to go ahead and probably get rid of this just because it's, yeah, and it hurts if you bump into it. Because it's all spiky. Oh, and hold on. What do you have? Anything exciting? We have the apple tree sapling again. Yes, nothing I need urgently. So that is here, and eventually it will grow up and be a feature here in the magic area. So the other thing was going back to the, let's go back up to the top here. Let's come around back to our bee, and let's go past the bee. So this area right here I'm going to devote to the queen, and let's get her out and about. And yeah, I think she's going to be facing this way. Wish I could turn her, but I don't know how to do that. But we have, she should be okay to be here, all on her own. So we're going to leave her here, and then I can trade with her. I don't think I have anything at the moment to trade with her, but, oh, bee bread, okay. Let me go give that to you. There we go. So, yeah, so we've got bees set up, and I am going back to occultism here briefly to go ahead and do something. I think I need, I think all my occultism stuff is in here. And do I have buckets in here? Okay, one moment while I just tuck stuff away. Alright, so here I've got the chalk brush, and I've got my white chalk, and there's a guy out there roaming around. Okay, so I had literally wedged this in here, and it's tight and it overlaps, and yeah. So what I want to do is pick this up and move this, and yeah, let me get a so I do want to shout out here. A viewer saw my struggles and let me know that there is a better way. So big shout out. if I... Apologies. Yeah. equus_edu for the suggestion for how to merge this with this. And I didn't see it, partly because I put the bowls down. So let me... No, I didn't want to do that. Let me put that back. Let me just pick up the bowls here real quick. I want to show you this. And, okay, well, I'll pick that up in a minute. And I think I just broke my... Yeah, I did. I just took out a chalk. Okay. Not, I think it's this one. So let's put the... Let me clean this up here. Okay, put this back down. Alright, so first let me... Can I mix? No, I think I got lucky. I think I got lucky and did not break it. It's very... No, I didn't. I got lucky. I hit the one space that was... Yeah, between blocks. Alright, so I have the bowls picked up here, and I don't need that after all, so let me put that back away. So what I want to do is I want to go over and erase this drawing from here carefully so that I don't inadvertently... Thankfully this is all white, so this makes this stand out a little bit. And I'm using the chalk brush to remove the markings. And then I can also... Probably going to take up more than I want here. Aim is a factor. Okay. And yeah, let's get some stone. So when you are doing this, there are 4, not 5. So there's these 3 here, and then this is a combination of... let me get the dictionary out. So this one, and this one make up the 4th. So you've got... This is the first ritual chalk drawing. This is the 2nd. This is the 3rd. And this, and this make the 4th. So this is the white one. It's a simple circle. It's all white. I had it right there. But I can actually incorporate that right here. So if I go to this, take a look at this, show it, center it, and there it is, and then I can go through and do the chalk drawings. And I wasn't seeing it, that it fit here because I had already put the bowls down, and I had the bowls in these 4 corners, and it didn't look like it was going to fit. So this is the circle on the out, because it's called a simple circle. So there's the circle part, and then we need this inner 8 pieces, and we're 16 out of 17, so that's it. So it's complete. Now I can put down the bowls, sacrificial bowls. It's just as long as they're, you know, close. And we'll do that. And there we go. Ta-da! And thank you again. So, really appreciate that. It fits so much better over there, and yeah, it makes everything look a little cleaner. So, hopefully you when you're doing your drawings, you make enough space so you do the 4, and you don't have to worry about what I did here. It actually fits. Yeah, and just because we can, let's go deal with our friends outside. $75 hit points, and we got Scarecrow coat and a graybeard staff and a scroll and some other things. Okay. Oop. And he just came around. Thank you. Just back up a little bit. Looks like he's wearing armor from the Twilight Forest. Let's see. Shield. Armor and luck and an empty socket and unbreaking. That's actually a pretty nice shield. Alright, so back in here. So this is now, the chalk drawings are all sorted out. And another tip actually from the same user, equus.edu, is we can put the regular bowls, not the golden ones, upside down to catch things. So if I do step away and I'm not using up the temporal pouch to speed things up, or if I, there's a critter outside I want to go deal with, that, yeah, I should be able to do that and walk away from this and not worry about items that, may despawn because I'm not here to get them. So let's just grab some, just some dirt or something. Yep, let's just do that. And let's go. Yeah, it thinks I'm doing something here. I kind of have to be careful that I don't inadvertently do something. Here, let's do this. I know, I'm trying to not make marks, not accidentally remove marks here. Okay, so I think I should be able to do that. Yeah. So the next time I do a ritual, we'll see how that works. But that's what it would look like. It's an upside down bowl, and when whatever here is done, that should catch it. And again, I'm not absolutely certain about the distance from the golden ritual bowl, but yeah, we'll try it. It should be fun, and I will put the rest of these away, and we'll test it out later. So, yes. And let's go check on the, show you what I've picked up so far. I haven't been utilizing the digital miner. So I'm sorry, I said digital, I meant dimensional. Dimensional miner, so he's been here, but I wanted to give you a sense of what kind of goodies. So this is all stuff. shouldn't say it's all stuff, but anything here that are blocks, yeah, are from the digital miner. Dimensional. Dimensional miner. So yeah, we're getting lots of good stuff. And as I said, I did put the miner on the pedestal just because it will take durability, and I don't want to end up wandering off and missing. Especially because I went to another dimension. I went to the Bumblezone, so I didn't want to step away for too long and actually have the miner break. So we don't want to do that. One thing I'm not sure I mentioned is with in fact, I'll put that away. Yeah. With the tank, you can actually use the tank as in bucket mode, so you can pick up fluids. So if we go to the Bumblezone, we can use it to pick up either the sugar water, or we can use it to pick up honey, and it'll store it in here. We can just bucket it in, and then yeah, we can extract it. And we can either extract it using any of the liquids, just like we can do, you know, in here, we can hook it up to these things up to our storage system, and we can pipe in and out of these, both items and liquids. So that's something that we can also do. Ooh, I think she turned around. Finally. Yeah. And I had somewhere yes. So these are just random candles that, and these aren't even all of my candles. These are just some candles that I have, but if we wanted to get the tallow ones, yeah, she did turn around. That's not it. We can trade with her and get different candles. And I think I've got it set so it's going to go into my backpack. Yes. So let me turn that off, and let me turn this off. But once, yes. So if you need tallow for something, you can trade with her just regular candles, and she may give you these larger ones. And with that and the uncrafting table, so you kind of have to have the uncrafting table to do this, but you can then take these and uncraft them. So let's take just a regular one here. It will uncraft into tallow and string. And if you have an abundance of experience, that shouldn't be a problem to be able to, you know, uncraft these things. If you do a colored one, you get a plain one and dye. So it's actually a two-step process, and then you can take all of your candles and then break them down into tallow. And there we go. So I will, one second while I tuck stuff away. And by tuck, I mean toss into a barrel. Not so much, you know, organizationally challenged at the moment, but yeah. So I'll put this away, and this away, and that backward belongs. Yep. So, all right. So back to the quest book here for a moment. So with occultism, in a previous episode, we went ahead and did the foliate miner, the genie miner, the Efreet, and the Murid. So we get books of binding from that. This is something we're going to have to work on because it requires 8 of the Eldritch. The Eldritch Miner takes 8 of the yeah, of the Merid miners. So, and each one of those you have to basically make the foliate to the genie to the Ifrit to get it. So there's going to be a lot going on here, and there's a lot needed. So yeah, have to hold off on that at least temporarily. But the other thing actually in here was getting the Void Blossom. So we get a Void Blossom trophy, and I actually have the trophies from the Twilight Forest. I just have not yet placed them. So these are the quest completions, which we've done. We have the trophy for Just Dire Things, and then I'll put this here, and then I'll put the other ones. I'll set those up as well for all of our trophies for the Twilight Forest bosses. So going down to Magic Zone for a moment. Had some things in my inventory I just wanted to drop off in here. Some books. And let's, while I have a moment to actually put these away. So this is, let's see, pink. Foliate, Ifrit, Genie. I just got those in the wrong order. And Merid. So those are the colors. All right. So with that, let me close the door. With our bee at the level that we have right now, I think we can take our bee and go back to the Bumblezone. So again, let me put this away. And let me grab one of these. And I may want to put some of this stuff away. Just, and by that I mean just dump it in a barrel for the time being. Okay, I've got my bee. And let me... I don't know that I have any empty barrels over here. I have stuff and everything. Yeah, just actually empty barrels. There they are. Okay, that's cleared, and this I was holding on to. There's a mystery compass, so we'll get that to go somewhere. That's the cell maze. Okay, all done. So we'll take a look at these, and I will put these back so I can find them again. So let's go see how our bee behaves in the Bumblezone. So Queen Bee area. This is where we found our Queen Bee, and where all of the we had the royal jelly single block that was hiding up in the ceiling. So this is a good spot to go ahead and launch from. And this is how I got up. So let's release the bee here. And I don't want to release the bee inside because they won't go through this mesh. It's not mesh, but it's string curtains. At least they don't seem to very easily. Okay, and can we go, can you, down, 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 turn, anything? This is not good because it's right. How about forward? I'm worried about being so close to this crystal. Oh, that's a honeycomb block. There we go. There we go. Now we seem to be a little freer. No, turn, 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 turn. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't run me into the block. You're running us both into the block. Okay. Okay, I dismounted. This is just... Oh no, and I fell. Okay. Could be worse. Let me get a block. Oh, they're all in here. Yeah, thankfully the bee is sort of still there. Let me go this direction. Yeah. Okay. Bee is caught up on the honeycomb. And I don't have 100, I mean, I'm halfway to being friends with the bee. And I kind of want to be careful because I do not want to cause a big problem with the bee by accidentally hitting the bee. Okay. Surprisingly, that didn't cause a problem. Okay, let's try this again. Actually, since I'm here, let me figure out where are these things locked in. Yeah, they are. So I will put these down on my hotbar so I can see them so we know where we're going. Okay. Okay, great. Can we go? Are we flying? Are we stuck? There we go. That is the head. I see the antennas. I really want to fly. Can we go up? We're kind of scooching off here. Alright, there we go. Go, go, go. Nope, nope, nope. We keep getting stuck. Okay. We don't have a great friendship, it seems. Because we're still not listening to my instructions. Alright, you, come here. Well, I will try when we have a better... Make sure I actually got the bee. Okay, got the bee. We're good. So, I want to go this direction. And I should, and that looks like the cell down there. This is the area that we bypassed earlier, so I'd like to go ahead and go through this. This is the cell maze, so that's what this is pointing to, is just that, I believe. I'm not sure what this is pointing to, but yeah. So I think we're okay in that respect. Let me make sure I've got this turned on. Because it looks like I don't. There we go. And for the time being, let me put these away. Okay. One more second. I'm going to go ahead and adjust some... I'm going to pause and adjust some settings. I'll be right back. All right. Let's do this thing. Alright, and I am technically above sugar water in case, you know, you never know. I am going to grab a hold of this so that I adjusted this in and out so I could get my items repaired. And so I'm going to go ahead and take a running jump here. So I can glide my way down. Sort of. Oh wait. I almost went right past it. So, okay. I am on the top of one of these. There will be probably some sticky stuff. This stuff here. If you take a bucket and just right-click on it, it goes away. So you won't get stuck in it. Otherwise, when you get in it, it's like this really sticky effect, and yeah, it slows down your progress. So I'm going to kind of go in from the top edge here. Hello, little bee. Do I have, and that's another thing, do I have any bee things? I don't. I have some of these in case I find something interesting, but I do not have any, and by interesting I mean there are named bees in here. They have different colorations and different names, and yeah, there's a... Okay, so I am in. Oh, I clearly did something that they were not happy about. Probably broke their hive. Let me get some bottles. Okay, okay, okay. I'm trying to make friends, trying to make friends. There. Okay. We're all friends? Alright. Go away. So, this is what one of these things looks like. And up in here, there is... There. All the sticky stuff. You get these cocoons that are stuck up in here. And there's webbing that can go between the sticky web that goes between, potentially, different of these cells. This is kind of shaped like one of the cocoons up there. And I'm just trying to get over here so I can not do that, not do that. I'm going to use this to just make a little staircase up and get that cocoon. What now? What you're unhappy about? I think I got one, but I've got my effect going on, so everybody's unhappy. Alright, so I'm not happy, but everybody else seems to be, so... Yeah. Do I have the effect? Okay. There is a honeycomb right there. One of the few times I can get honeycomb blocks. Alright, so here's my cocoons. And I've got another mystery compass. And it'll be a lot of good things for to feed to my bee. And this is actually sugar water, not water. But there's a lot in here, so a lot of goodies to get. Oh, now what? Let me go down. Yep, I got the favor of the hive again. Which is the little bee with the heart symbol effect. Let's yeah, let me get this stuff tucked away. So we've got some candles, some bee bread, another compass, some pollen, all kinds of goodies. And this is pointing in a different spot than these two are. I think yeah, it's not, it's really more of a click and let me guess, I've upset them again. Yep. Where are you guys? I'm not seeing any more from this point of view, so I think we may have gotten them all, so let's go ahead down and see from down here. No, there's a couple more. There's the one I saw. I think there's another one over here somewhere. I'm trying to get to more honey bottles. Oh, I got royal jelly. That had to have been because I tamed bees. Come on, go away. Go away. There it is. I'm hoping I don't fall. Although I think we're done at this level, so... I'm trying to go forward and down at the same time. And... am I out? Close? Okay. Yeah, and then we've got this one here. And that one there. And it's similar things, so I mean if you do happen to miss one or can't get them or don't want to get them, you kind of get a gist of what there is to get anyway. Okay, let me stop here. Okay. Okay. So... alright. So this one looks like it's connected to one that's got a ton of honey in it. So we'll bucket that up and... I'm just trying to see here. Okay, let me get point of reference. Okay, so this... alright, so I don't think there's any other ones this direction. there's a one level down. Yeah, there's nothing that direction. So, lots of sticky webs. And I've anchored the hive again. Go away. Okay. Yeah, the bees really don't like me poking around in their stuff. Alright, so I think we got everything in this room. There may be something below this. Sugar infused stone. Let's... the answer is going to be yes. There is stuff down there, but I will wait until I'm at a lower level. So let's grab this honey. And then there's something off that direction. So yep, it's in bucket mode. And they're not happy with me again. Yeah, they're fine. When I have the whatever the effect is again, Blessing of the Hive, I'll look it up here in a second. When I have that, it doesn't complain when I'm touching things. Otherwise it definitely will complain, and so it's nice that I can do this and get up there. So this will be nice because I will have honey I can feed to my behemoth. And now I have the hive upset at me again because I'm taking their honey. They don't like to share. And there we are. So let's put some of the stuff away while they're bouncing around. it. Oh, no, I think I have another block or two. The honey should all disappear, and we should have, yep, okay. So this is, lacking protection of 5 again. Where are my bottles? Probably don't need quite that many, but let's get a few here. Okay. Alright. They don't hate me. So this one is more flowery. But if you look in the water, there's cocoons in there. So they're a little harder to see, like there's one right there. Alright, they're back doing their thing. Oh, come on. Go away. Now, where was I looking in the water before I was interrupted? There. So just something to consider when going through here is you're going to have to deal with that aspect of this Bumblezone. And now this is sugar water, so I can actually take this as well. This may actually be deemed an infinite water source. I'm just trying to see if there's any other, oh, there's one right there. Okay, stop. Let me get over here. Well, that was a special one. Different colors, that's a special one. Okay, I think we're going to call this good enough. And this opens back out into the area. This I don't think goes anywhere. I don't think there's another... Trying to... Oh, no, there might be. Yep, there is. So we've come from over there, and we've that was the only one that had 3 stories on it. So let's take a look here. This is a little bit different shape. And yeah, this looks like it might be the edge because I kind of see sugar waterfalls out there. And they hit me again. And here they come. At least if I can get into a corner, I know what direction they're coming from. There we go. Nope. Alright, go away. Didn't mean to do that. Don't cast when I'm trying to pick up the water. Okay, this is the exit on this side. So let's go up here. Get that. I'm going to put most of these away. There's just too much. There's one. Glancing across, I don't see anything else, and I think this is also sabotage of the hive again. Well, I think yeah, this is going to be an ongoing thing where they're going to be upset with me and dang. I just spotted two. Really? Okay, they're happy with me. This effect, it would, yeah, it's a thing. But you see, it's similar kinds of stuff in every cocoon. Every once in a while you get a compass, or you get a different piece of armor. But, yeah. That's what's in here. So I think this might be a good stopping spot. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. And I do read and reply to everything. If you have enjoyed this episode, please toss me a like. I really appreciate it, and it does help out my channel. And if you have not yet done so, please subscribe so you can get alerted to new content as I make it available. This is Cuberized signing off. We'll pick up here at the next episode. Take care. Cuberized out.